There's a sudden buzz that swept across the internet today, and if you've missed it, you've definitely missed something big, because Rosie O'Donnell is trending like wildfire, and not for the reasons you'd expect. In fact, this one moment has triggered an emotional rollercoaster for fans, critics, and fellow celebrities alike, turning casual online scrolling into an all-out media frenzy. So stick around, because what you're about to hear will change how you look at this Hollywood icon forever. Everything started with a cryptic tweet that sent shockwaves across social media, sparking confusion, concern, and speculation from all corners of the internet, and within minutes, Rosie O'Donnell was the top trending phrase on Twitter, with thousands of people frantically sharing theories, past interviews, and even old controversies that many had forgotten about. But this wasn't just some attention-grabbing stunt. This tweet led to something much bigger, something heartfelt, something raw. Rosie, known for her outspoken nature and long history in television, comedy, and activism, dropped a video message shortly after, recorded on her phone, looking nothing like the polished celebrity image we're used to. No makeup, no lighting, no filters. Just Rosie speaking from the heart, breaking down in a way that immediately pulled millions of viewers into her emotional orbit. Her words were filled with vulnerability, revealing personal struggles that few knew she was still battling, and suddenly the internet wasn't mocking or criticizing. It was listening, connecting, reacting in real time. Within the next hour, major celebrities began responding, some sending love and support, others sharing their own stories of hardship and resilience, and just like that, this wasn't about scandal anymore. It became a shared human moment that reminded everyone of the real people behind the headlines. But let's rewind a bit and talk about what triggered this unexpected spotlight. The tweet itself was only 6 words long, vague but heavy with meaning, prompting millions to interpret it in their own way. And that's what opened the floodgates to public speculation, media coverage, and fan commentary, all happening at lightning speed. Soon, hashtags like #WeLoveRosie and #RosieSpeaksOut began trending globally, as people across the US and beyond tuned in, hungry to understand the deeper story. And believe me, the story runs deeper than most expected. It turns out Rosie had been holding back a flood of emotions tied to years of being misunderstood, sidelined, and pushed into the shadows despite her years of trailblazing work in entertainment and activism. Her recent message highlighted not only her personal struggles but also a broader critique of how society, and even the media, treats outspoken women in the spotlight, and this is where the story struck a nerve with so many. It wasn't just about Rosie anymore. It was about every voice that's been silenced, every opinion that's been ignored, and every woman who's been told to sit down and smile instead of standing up and speaking out. And as that message spread, the emotional impact became undeniable. Networks started covering it, journalists began analyzing it, and fans flooded her old content with love, apologies, and new appreciation. Clips of her past interviews went viral again, this time being viewed through a new lens, not as controversial soundbites, but as moments of truth that had once been dismissed. But there's more. Rosie's statement included a challenge to her audience, asking them to do more than just watch, but to reflect, speak up, and make change in their own lives. And that call to action transformed this event from a trending topic into a cultural moment, igniting real conversations online, in homes, and in schools about empathy, emotional honesty, and second chances. And then came the twist that no one saw coming. Just when the support reached its peak, a media outlet released an exclusive interview that had been filmed weeks earlier, in which Rosie opened up about a major health scare she had kept private, fearing judgment or pity, but finally found the courage to share, and that revelation added a whole new layer to everything, explaining the emotion behind her video, the urgency behind her words, and the weight she'd been carrying silently. The public reaction to this was overwhelming. People from all walks of life began sharing their own stories of illness, fear, and recovery, many saying they were inspired by Rosie's bravery to finally talk about their own challenges, and once again, the focus shifted from gossip to healing. But this moment also sparked backlash. Not everyone was ready to forgive or forget Rosie's past controversies, and social media became a battleground of voices, some calling it performative, others accusing the media of capitalizing on personal pain. And that's when another celebrity stepped in, a surprising ally who once clashed with Rosie in the past, tweeting a heartfelt message of reconciliation that instantly went viral and changed the tone of the conversation. This was no longer a trending topic. This was a public reckoning, a human drama unfolding in real time, with every update pulling in more attention, more debate, and more emotional connection. And if you're still watching, you're part of that moment, witnessing a rare instance when internet culture slows down, looks inward, and feels something real. Rose's story is still developing, and while some are speculating about a possible return to the spotlight or even a new project on the horizon, for now, what matters most isn't what she does next, but what this moment meant to the millions watching. Her vulnerability shattered assumptions, her words resonated across political and social divides, and her courage reminded people that healing often begins with simply telling the truth. As news cycles continue and new stories emerge, this one won't fade easily. Because Rosie didn't just trend today, she reminded everyone why her voice has always mattered and why it still does. And if you skipped this story or scrolled past the headline, you missed more than a viral moment. You missed a rare, powerful wave of honesty, humanity, and hope.